Some hair. Oh. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Wendy, you are up early, my love. I can't get this song out of my head. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. It sounds like me with sex. We won't go until we get some. My husband's like, get out of the room. I'm like, I won't go until I get some. So bring me that D. It's my sex song for the morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. Yes, I just turned a Christmas song into a sex song because I am a pervert. Or a prevert, as some Southern people like to say, and it always makes me giggle. My hair is functified, and I mean functified. Where are you? I am in my room. I am in my bedroom. Okay, so I want to tell you two things. One, I post the We Made It Another Week photos every week just to kind of let you guys know that we're still hanging in there. We're trying to figure it out, whatever. And last night, somebody posted something, a comment, that was like, if it's so difficult for them, I don't know why they stay together. She never seems happy. And I think there is some merit to, the implication that I never seem happy. Because I do share a lot of the ups and downs in my marriage. And there does seem to be a lot more downs lately. Because the truth is, there have been a lot more downs lately. I've thought about not letting you guys know how much trouble Michael and I have been in over the last year and a half. But it just feels disingenuous to me because I have been on the other side. I have been a fan of somebody who announces quietly, publicly, secretly, whatever, that them and their significant other are separating. And I felt blindsided. Like, wait, what? What do you mean you're separating? I'm sorry, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. What the F do you mean? I am emotionally invested in this marriage. You don't get to just announce that you're separating. I am blindsided and now I need therapy. I'm still not over that one. I'm not gonna lie. So I try to be as authentic as I can along the way because I don't know what's gonna happen with Michael and I all the time. And marriage is hard and I love him. You should know that. He knows that. I love him. Michael is an amazing father. He is not an amazing partner. And there is more to being a husband than just showing up for your kids and throwing the D around when she asks for it. There are things in a marriage that you are required to show up and do. And marriage is exhausting. And you don't get to say, I'm tired, and put your feet up and stop trying. You don't get to do that. So we are working through it, hopefully, but I can see how some people would feel like, she shows a picture of them every week and it's like such a struggle for her every week. Here's what I would say to that, Susan. Why don't you come sit here and be married to Michael? And let me know how it works out for you. And, maybe you could do it better. But I do think there is some merit to that woman's comment when she was like, ugh, she never seems happy. I am happy. There are periods of time where I am very happy. I wish those periods of time were longer. That is the truth. I wish those periods of time were longer. And so does Michael. So we shall see. Anyway, enough about that. The other thing I wanted to tell you is I'm trying a new face cream. And I'm not going to tell you the name of it yet in case it ends up sucking, right? I don't want people to get excited. But, hey, Destiny. But I am going to let you know in a couple of weeks how I like it. If I like it, I'm going to tell you what it is. And hey, Phil Simpson. And by the way, there's no like money exchange. This isn't like an infomercial. I just want to try something that brightens my face and makes me look younger. Not sure if it's working. Like I said, I just started 2 days ago. So I don't know if you guys are like me. You puts on face mask one time and is like, do I look younger? I work out. I do squats one time and I'm like, am I thicker than a Snicker? My husband's like, no, you did 3 squats. I'm like, okay, but am I thicker than a Snicker? He's like, no, that's me. Okay, so I want to go back to today's coffee talk. It's going to feel a little, no, there's no oily feeling at all. Today's coffee talk is going to feel a little faith-based. But just stick with me, okay? Because I know sometimes I really try to make coffee talk not religious at all. But I just want to tell you my story, and it does have God in it a little bit. But just stick with me, please. Even if you're not a believer, just take what you can from the coffee talk, okay? And I promise I won't make this a habit. Okay. So, no, I have not given up on coconut oil. That's my life. Okay. So I believe that we all have a purpose, that we were all created to fulfill a purpose, right? Whether it's something for us, something for someone else, something for God, whatever it is, right? I also believe that we were created exactly like who we are. And it is only when we allow outside influences to shame us or manipulate us, and we start becoming someone else. Jamie, what do you mean? I believe that we are called by God to be exactly who we were created to be. That is our job. Our job is to be obedient to who we were called to be. When we stop being obedient to that calling and we start allowing the people around us to influence who we are, we lose the ability to be happy. Happiness is a state of mind. It is not a temporary destination. Happiness is a long-term plan. It's a long-term goal. It is literally like a destination, okay? And the goal is, you can't be happy every day, all day, right? But you should be happy sometimes every day. When you stop fulfilling your obligation to your calling, when you stop being obedient to who you were called to be, and you start allowing your circle to influence who and what you are, you lose the ability to be happy because you have stopped answering the call of obedience. You have stopped answering what God has asked you and called you to be. Okay? So I am an anomaly. I have never been normal. Nothing has ever come easy for me in this body. Okay? I was born a white Jewish girl from New Jersey. That is never what I have felt inside. It is never where I felt I fit in or belonged or whatever. But I allowed the notion that I had some sort of obligation to fulfill that thing. I went against what I felt inside, what I wanted to be, what I felt my calling was to be, who I wanted to be. I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to write comedy. I was a big personality. I wanted to entertain. I wanted to be on a stage. I wanted to do radio. I wanted to do all of these things. And everyone said, that doesn't work with what you look like. You can't do comedy about hip hop. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I thought, okay, I can't do it, I guess. It's not meant for me. And I started to struggle to find happiness. I started to struggle to find something that felt natural to me. I'm going to go really deep and honest with you guys for 1 second. I want you to just hear me, okay? Try to have an open mind with what I'm about to say. I'm begging you to try to have an open mind. I know it is not hard to have an open mind all the time because I struggle with it. When I was younger, my mother said to me, "Why can't you just be normal, Jamie? Why can't you just wake up and put your feet on the ground and be attracted to white men and be attracted to whiteness and white people and white experiences and just find peace there? Why do you have to try to get involved in all these other races and be attracted to black men and Dominican men? Like, why can't you just be what you look like you should be?" And I thought, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. That is my truth. That is the most, real truth that I can give you. I don't know. I don't know if my calling is to bridge race relations and bring race together. I don't know if I'm meant to be a freedom fighter for people who have underserved voices. I don't know why I was created this way. I don't know why. Like, my mom said, "I don't understand why you can't just be attracted to white people." And I'm like, well, it's not that I'm not attracted to white people. That's like a stupid thing to say, Susan. But I get it, Susan, but I get it. You're my mom and you didn't sign up for this. I did a coffee talk on parenting the child you get, not the child you wanted. My mother did the best she could parenting me. I will say that. But I did explain to her. I said, "Mom, when you get up in the morning and you put your feet on the floor, you know you're straight and you know you're attracted to white men, right? You don't make that decision. You don't get up and choose to be straight. You don't get up and choose to be attracted to white men. You just are." And she said, "Yes, I just am." And I said, "Okay. When I put my feet on the floor, I am somebody else. I don't choose it." And I'm just using this one thing as an example, y'all. Coffee talk is much bigger than who you're attracted to or who you date. This is not about that. I'm using this as an example to show you that when I try to get away from who I felt like I was, who I wanted to be, like what felt natural to me, when I started trying to do what other people wanted me to do, I lost my ability to be happy. I was never happy. Never. I tried for years to be the normal, stereotype. I don't know. Okay? I want to say this to you. You have been called by God to be who you are. It is your job as a child of God to be obedient to that calling. The second you stop being obedient to the calling of who you were created and meant to be, and you start allowing those outside of God to influence, mold, shape, shame, manipulate who you think you should be and what you need to be, you have stopped serving your calling and you will not be able to find happiness. And I'm not trying to take you to church, but we're going to go there this morning. The closer you stay to who you have been called to be, the closer you stay to who you really feel like you are inside, the closer you are to God. And that obedience will lead you to happiness. You have to trust me on this. I am who I am from morning till night. My personality is what it is. I'm attracted to what it is. I did comedy last night. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to love hip hop. I am who I am, who I am, who I am. I am close to my calling as I can possibly be. And when I stay in that space, I am the happiest I could ever be. The further I get from who I really am, the more I struggle with being happy. I can't find happiness anywhere. I become angry, resentful. I want to fight people. I want to get nasty with people. I take it out on them because I've stopped being obedient to my calling. And so I can't find happiness. I have unrest. I can't sleep well. I'm not me. Thank you, Jeff Blum. Thank you. So the beautiful thing about Coffee Talk, let me tell you what the most beautiful thing about Coffee Talk is. That I have women who have never allowed themselves to have an open mind about people who were different than them. Write me messages and say, I've been watching you for 2 years. And because I trust you, because I feel like I know you, because I love you, you have allowed me to have an open mind about things I would never have an open mind about. I had a mother write me a letter. Think about how powerful this is. I had a mother write me a letter who told me she has not talked to her daughter in 4 years because her daughter is dating a black man and she does not believe in interracial dating. And I will not judge her for that because different generations, different times, it is different. And I understand it. But she said, Jamie, I have listened to you every day and I realize I cannot change who my daughter is. Not talking to her will never change who she is. I'm only hurting myself. Yes, yes, yes. It is okay to say, I don't choose this. I would not choose this for myself. I don't agree with this, but I love you and you are my daughter. People think that when you choose to continue to love, that it means you condone a behavior. You don't have to condone a behavior to continue to love. My mother, she tried cutting me off when I was in college. She thought if she cut me off, it would change who I was. You can't change me, Susan. I am who I am. And my mother finally said, I don't condone your behavior. I don't condone your choices. But I love you because you are my daughter. And it is your job to fulfill whatever mission God has put you on. I don't have to understand it. My mother loves me more than anyone in this world. I know this because I am a mother. My mother doesn't understand why she got this kid. She doesn't get it. I don't sometimes get it. But she decided to love me and allow me to fulfill whatever journey or calling was bestowed onto me by our Maker. Because she is not more powerful than my destiny and what I've been called to do. That is a fact. I was entrusted to her by God. I am on loan to her. It is only her job to love and protect me to the best of her ability. It is not her job to shame me or manipulate me or passive aggressively comment about my eating habits, Susan. She's working on it. I share this with you today because I want happiness for you. I want real, genuine happiness for you. You have been called and created to be somebody outstanding by your Maker. He knows what he's doing. He knows who you are and who he needs you to be to fulfill your purpose. When you allow people in your life to steer you away from your calling, you have stopped being obedient to God and you will struggle to find happiness. Choose obedience to God in that way. Be faithful to who you have been called to be. You can do great things through him. Trust me on this. I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to do something. I'm going to bring people together. I'm going to love the whites and love the blacks and love the Spanish and love the everybody. And I am called to be something great, to use this big personality and this big brain and this big voice to create content that will unite people. I'm going to stay obedient to my calling, even if it makes people uncomfortable, because I will choose happiness in this life. And I want it for you. I want it for you. You deserve it. And I'm talking about God today because I feel it. I woke up with it on my heart. And I know that some people are going to be like, man, I didn't sign up for this. I don't want this shit. Then take the God out of it and hear me tell you, I want you to be happy. Stop letting nobodies who have constructed nothing fill your mind with constructive criticism, steering you away from what your calling is. You don't have to believe in God to hear what I'm telling you. These people in your ears telling you what you should, and shouldn't be? Hell no. You get up and put your feet on the floor and be whatever it is you have been called to be. And don't let anybody steer you from that. Now. Okay? Okay. I love you guys so much today. I do this because I love you. My armpits are sweating, but I don't care. Because we're here together. Share this video. There's a share button right there. Somebody needs to hear this. Share this video. I want this to be the most shared coffee talk we have ever done. Please, will you do that for me? Will you share this video today and say somebody needs to hear these words? Please. I'm asking you as a favor for me. Karina Gordon, I love what you are saying. I love it. Take what you can from this coffee talk. You don't have to believe in God to hear what I'm saying, girl. You sure don't. I love you all so much. I am begging you to share this coffee talk. I typically ask, but I don't beg. This morning I'm begging. Please make this the most shared coffee talk I have ever done. Please share this coffee talk today. I love you guys so much. Have a great, great day.